Welcome to NAB Show Live. I'm Ryan Salazar. Today we have a very special guest and somebody I've known for a long time, Ciaran Doran, Executive Vice President of Pixel Power. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing just fine on a rainy afternoon in England, Ryan.
All right, it's great to have you. So let's talk about Pixel Power and what you guys do for anybody that doesn't know.
So Pixel Power is a 30-year-old company. 18 months ago, it was acquired by Roden Schwartz. It is specialized originally in high-performance graphics for broadcast television, and in the last 10, 15 years, it's been specializing in the playout area and the transmission area. And here's where the hype and the buzz for broadcasters is really over. We've had a lot of hype in the last few years. Pixel Power is a strong engineering business. We don't do any smoke or any mirrors. It does what it says on the tin. And that's been the reason by one of our biggest successes in the last few years. You know, when broadcasters want to change their playout and their automation business, they don't make that decision lightly. They don't do it without full technical and operational functions being involved. And the new StreamMaster and Gallium automation products from Pixel Power have been winning broadcasters over the world over. And here's one thing that we don't talk enough about in our industry, Ryan, and that's the whole area of professional services. You might imagine that with such major projects like that, it's important that we get it right from the beginning, but when is the beginning? And for us, the beginning starts when the customer, when the broadcaster or the media company first start thinking about a project. And we walk with them on that whole journey. We employ solution managers from the industry who are working with us here in Pixel Power. We've hired them into the company, so they know what it's like at the sharp end, and they help us bring the customer the whole way along that journey. So we've had great success in the last year in Europe and in North America with national broadcasters adopting our playout solutions, either on-prem or in the public cloud they're available now. So it's pretty cool for us.
All right, so I hear business is booming at Pixel Power right now. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's one of the things I was mentioning about the booming business. We've got customers in Europe, major broadcasters, moving away from legacy systems which have been there for the last 20 odd years, systems that were designed perhaps in the late 80s or the early 1990s. What they're looking for us to do for them is to bring them into the software world where they can divorce the whole area of hardware and software, where we can give them effectively a future-proofed solution, a solution where we can introduce new standards. And that's something that we did earlier this year, introduce the new uncompressed ST2110 from SMPTE, that standard straight onto our StreamMaster playout solution. So that's really what's hooking major broadcasters into our solution for playout and automation.
All right, so everybody knows that Roden Schwartz is with you guys now, and how's that integration going? You're going to be at the same booth at NAB Show, right?
I love it. Yes, we're absolutely on the same booth. Roden Schwartz are with us. Actually, we are at the heart of Roden Schwartz. Roden Schwartz acquired Pixel Power in late 2018, November 2018. So it'll be 18 months in by the time we get to NAB. It's a marriage made in heaven, to be honest. This is an engineering company that is focused on what our customers are doing and delivering exactly what they need. Many of you might know the Roden Schwartz company as a test and measurement or as a transmitter organization, but we're involved in solutions from studio production to post-production to delivery, which is where Pixel Power fits in very well, through to the distribution with transmitters and satellite amplifiers. So we have taken an engineering-led company like Pixel Power, which was privately owned, and joined forces with a major global enterprise like Roden Schwartz, and it's giving a great boost to our business.
Excellent, that's great. So what's the big news, and why should people come see you at the show?
Well, you know, it's interesting because I came to Pixel Power only a few years ago, and I like to describe our engineers here, and what I'm discovering now in Munich at Roden Schwartz is that they're often very modest, and every stone that I turn over has another piece of little gold underneath it. And that's what the engineers are great at. One of the big things this year is that we've produced the StreamMaster Playout platform with uncompressed video playout for playout and automation. It employs the SMPTE ST2110 compliance. And so that's the big news really at NAB. What we're also demonstrating, and this is for the 5th year running at NAB, is playout directly from the Amazon Web Services cloud. So we've got a pipe straight down onto the booth. You can look at live feeds changing with sophisticated graphics up in the cloud. And it's a really cool thing because you can see traditional linear channel playout on one side of our demonstration and playout from the cloud. And often when we talk to customers, that's where they want to go. It's not necessarily where they want to be tomorrow, but they want to know that they can trust the company that they're going with to take them on that journey over the next few years.
Well, it's certainly exciting, you know, the way that play out in the cloud has evolved over the last few years, and it's certainly the way of the future. That's for sure. And Pixel Power is certainly at the forefront of all that. Thank you so much. So one quick question. I know you've been going to NAB probably in more years than I have. I've been going for, I think this is year 10 this year. So every time I go, there's a couple restaurants I like to hit, and I always like to ask people, what's the place you like to hit, or do you have a favorite hangout, even if it's just to get a beer somewhere after the show to chill out, because it's a busy show. One of our readers recommended a place called Chica at the Venetian to get dinner. Do you have any suggestions?
Well, you know I'm going to get to my favorite in the end. I kind of like Del Frisco's, where you can get a good vodka martini, but actually take me back to the Nine Fine Irishmen in the New York, and I'll have plenty of Guinness just there.
All right, excellent. Ciaran Doran, Executive Vice President at Pixel Power. I can't wait to see you at the 2020 NAB show. We're going to see you at booth SL5016. That's SL5016. Fly safe, and we'll see you soon.